Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Easter. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful Easter and enjoying your family and great food. Let's get started. DIY number one, simple, easy, and so stinking cute. Using a dowel rod and some long kind of oval beads, we're going to make some mini rolling pins. This is so simple, and you can get about 3 rolling pins out of each dowel rod. You could probably get more if I cut them a little bit smaller. I think my rolling pins were a little lengthy. I wish I would have done them just a little smaller. But cutting the dowel rods down and then painting them with some white acrylic paint. I did sand the edges after I cut them because just they were a little bit rough and I didn't want any splinters. So using apple barrel white acrylic, I painted the dowel rods. So simple. Then you just come in with your beads and hot glue them to each end. Now I did not paint the beads because I wanted that wood look. I did come in with my fine tip Sharpie and I tried to write some words on these. It didn't really work, and I don't know if it didn't work because I'm not patient enough and I didn't let the paint dry fully. This is optional. But then I just came in with some hot glue and I attached those smaller beads to the ends to make the handles. And I am a bead fanatic. I collect tons of beads when I see them. I either got these from Hobby Lobby or from Dollar Tree. I can't remember where I got the oval beads, but I'm sure you can find them somewhere. Like I said, I wish I would have made my little rolling pins just a little smaller, but they still turned out super cute. Then I went in my stash, I grabbed some buffalo check ribbon and I trimmed it down into small skinny strips. I just wanted to wrap some ribbon around one of the ends. So when I cut the ribbon, I cut the wire edges off and then I just trimmed them down. Now, when I went to tie them, I thought it would be easier to tie it first and then feed the rolling pin through instead of trying to tie it on the rolling pin. But as soon as I tried to tie it, we were getting it fraying, which was okay. Annoying, but okay. You can just trim off those little frayed edges. And then I just trimmed down each side. So stinking cute to add to your mini decor. Dollar Tree sells these little white little buckets in the wedding decor aisle. These would be really cute, one of those buckets. I ended up putting mine in a little mini wheelbarrow for now. So DIY number 2. Y'all have been asking me to do kind of like a pantry, mini pantry. So I'm going to attempt that using one of these little Dollar Tree home box signs, I guess you would call it. Thank you to my subscribers for telling me that the back does pop out. You just got to give it a little push and score it first, which I didn't do. So now you're going to see me come back in and just score that paper and then just pop this back out. Thank you to everybody who told me the box does come off of the back because that was a game changer, especially when I'm putting wallpaper on the back of it. You guys all made my life so much easier. I removed some of the extra paper that was already on there. I wasn't too worried about it because I'm going to be covering it anyway. And then I used some sandpaper to get the excess off of the frame itself so that it would be a lot nicer when I went to put it back on. So going into my wallpaper book, I just flipped through my pages of beautiful images till I came across the one that I thought would work for this project. I wanted something colorful, but not where it would take away from what I'm putting in front of it. So I just chose a real pretty, more simple pattern to put on this, but I had so many choices. I thought beige and white would be great because it would give that effect on the back, but the stuff in front would pop. So I just put my backing of the house on top of my wallpaper and cut around it, and then I attached it to the back.
watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
Once I had it the way I wanted, I used hot glue and I just put these pieces back together. Real simple. If hot glue comes in the creases, once it's dry, you can just wipe it away with your fingers. Then I grabbed some Jenga blocks and some bottles and some dominoes and just went in my stockpile and grabbed things that I thought would be cute to make a little pantry. I showed you guys those wooden dominoes from Dollar Tree in another video, and they're great for making little mini signs. And you get so many dominoes in a package. Of course, I grabbed some Scrabble pieces because that just is so easy. I love Scrabble pieces. It's just so easy to use those in mini decor. And I had an assortment of bottles. I wasn't sure which ones I was going to be using. Almost on every cereal box I noticed is this in the corner where it shows other cereals that they also offer. And my mind went right to minis. I thought that would be so cute to cut those off and make little miniature cereal boxes. So I trimmed those down to size, and then I just hot glued them to my Scrabble pieces. It took 2 Scrabble pieces on each little mini cereal box, and you're done. You got little mini cereal boxes.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? Watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
How cute are those little cereal boxes? Oh my goodness. So then I just went in and I'm basically seeing what would fit in here. So I'm taking my Jenga pieces, which I knew were going to be the shelves of this pantry, and placing my bottles, kind of giving me an eyeball of what I could use in here, what would fit, the spacing, just playing around with it and seeing what would work.
Together, if I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
Once I had my spacing and I knew where I wanted everything to go, I used some hot glue on the back of those Jenga pieces and I started attaching them inside of the box. That way I knew exactly where my shelves would be, and I knew which bottles I was going to be using to fill my pantry shelves.
When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
I knew I wanted a sign on the front of this, and I thought it would look better if maybe I used a Jenga piece to make that sign pop out. But then I just opted to put the sign, that's a domino piece, by the way, just attach the sign on its own without it sticking out any further. So I went back to my wallpaper and I trimmed around and I attached the wallpaper to that wooden dominoes piece. And then I proceeded to write Pantry on it. I am using just a glue stick to attach this, by the way. But I end up showing you at the end a different way of doing this. I didn't like how I wrote Pantry on it, so I scrapped that. I made a new one, and I ended up just using the transfer letters from Dollar Tree. Pantry wouldn't fit with the transfer letters, so I ended up just putting eat on it. So you might like the Pantry, that's why I kept this in the video, or you might like how I changed it to just say eat. That's totally up to you. The transfer letters wouldn't fit on here to spell the word pantry. That's why I went with eat. But yeah, I just didn't like how I wrote it on here. I didn't like how that turned out.
I'm looking. I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing.
I did come around the edges with a Sharpie and just kind of distressed it with the Sharpie. I thought that really made the sign pop. I did like that part of it. And I did do that again when I changed it up and put eat instead of pantry. I just think that really makes the sign pop.
I'll be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper. Kiss it.
Now it's just time to think outside the box and how you're going to fill your little jars in your pantry. I knew I wanted the cereal boxes to be in the center of this because they're pretty colorful and your eyes would go to the center where the color is. So I thought those would be great to put on the shelf. And then I came back in with some beads and I actually put them in front of the cereal boxes to mimic little I just went blank. Bowls. I had this scrap piece of buffalo check. I think it came off of the dollhouse bed that I used in the video before this. And I always kind of fill a bottle full of scraps, never know when I'm going to need them. That was actually in there. And I thought that would be really cute as like shelf paper on the shelf. So I just cut up that and I hot glued that to the shelves to make those kind of pop. I didn't want everything just being the beige, and I didn't opt to paint the Jenga blocks, which is an option. You could paint them white, you could paint them black, whatever you want. I kept them natural, so I thought putting that buffalo check would really make it pop. Now I'm just filling up jars. I'm mimicking, what I think would look like food. I took a piece of twine and separated it, and I filled one jar full of twine to maybe mimic like noodles. I filled one jar with cotton balls to look like sugar. Like I said, you just think outside the box. I filled one jar with wooden skewers to look like long noodles. I filled one jar with a velvet heart because it was red. I thought that would mimic spaghetti sauce. Like I said, this is totally up to you what kind of food you want in the pantry. You could also put little mini labels on these jars. I didn't. I just kept it clean and fresh, and I didn't feel like actually printing out any labels. Here I took greenery, I cut off the stems. Like I said, you're just adding pops of color and trying to mimic what food would look like in these jars, so that's totally up to you. You use your imagination.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
I used hot glue to secure the jars inside of the little box. I did not put hot glue on the bottom. I put hot glue on the back and secured them to the wall of the pantry. I did try doing hot glue on the bottom at first, but they were not sticking to that fabric. And so I just opted to put the hot glue on the back of them and stick them to the wall. Either way works.
Would, 'cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling. I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever.
I found that little bead with the flower on it. I thought that was so cute, and I thought that would mimic like a little bowl. And then I also put a black bead on there too, just for different colors of bowls. I just thought that was just so stinking cute. Now here's where I'm looking at it, and I decide I just don't like the pantry sign. So I came back in and I added another piece of wallpaper on top of that domino, went in my stash and I grabbed the transfers from Dollar Tree, and I ended up just transferring the words or the word eat on here. Like I said, the letters were too big to spell out pantry. It wouldn't fit on the domino. So that if you have beautiful handwriting, then write pantry, or you could even maybe go on Google Images and find a cute little pantry sign that you could put on here. You know, there's so many different possibilities. This is what I chose to do. So cute. This would be so cute if you have a little shelf in your kitchen. I just absolutely love this little mini pantry, and I hope you guys too. A lot of my subscribers asked me to do a pantry, and I just think this came out so cute. If you have Instagram and you decide to make your own little mini pantry, tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. My Instagram is also Kelly's Creations. So there's that little pantry. Oh my gosh, those cereal boxes just crack me up. up. I think those are just so adorable. I love the little minis. So what would you guys like to see next? What kind of mini decor do you want? Do you like the little houses? Do you like individual mini decor? Let me know in the comments below. I love your suggestions and ideas. Here they are in that wheelbarrow. How cute are those? Well, stay tuned because next I want to show you what my amazing husband did for me this weekend. So before we go, I just want to share with you what my husband did for me this weekend. He made me a shelf for over our French doors. I have been wanting this shelf for so long because I have so much decor and I need more places to put it. Oh my gosh, he's such a good sport. So this weekend he made me my shelf finally and I am loving it. And he also went and got me my light that I wanted over the kitchen. Our house, whoever built our house, put our light kind of crooked over the sink so it doesn't go flush. So this light actually, because I can use a hook and maneuver it to hang exactly over the sink. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my wonderful, amazing husband for doing this for me. I love y'all. I hope you are having a blessed and wonderful Easter, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye, y'all.